All right. Hello, kindergartners, young fives, first graders. Mrs. Defoe here to show you some really awesome art. Okay, let's get that centered. All right. So today, friends, we are going to do a patterned flower, and we're going to be practicing some of our lines that we just talked about earlier. All right, so start with a black oil pastel or black crayon. If you do not have a black oil pastel, I don't really expect you to have these at home, and a white piece of paper. And then in the end, you will need some watercolors like we talked about before. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and start with a circle in the middle of your paper, just like this. And then we are going to make some petals for our flowers. And the way I do that, I start at my circle and I take my black crayon or black oil pastel and I go around and back to the circle. Around and back to the circle. Another way you can do it, if that's too hard, you can draw your circle here and just draw another circle. And let me move this over a little bit. And another circle, another circle, and another circle. And then you have our flower. Now remember some of the lines that we practiced earlier. We're going to be doing them now. So let's try a dotted line. So go ahead and make one of your circles put dotted lines into one of your circles, just like this. Then we're going to try the wiggly or curved lines, the wiggly lines like we read about in our storybook, just like this. All right. And then you can always pause this video to catch up if you need to. I'm going to be doing next some zigzags, just like this. All right, and next, let's see, I think I'm going to do some lines like this, which are super duper fun. They're nice and curly, kind of look like curls. Then I'm going to go back to a dotted line, which looks kind of like the line in the middle of a road. We are missing one type of line, friends. What could that be? We are missing our straight line. You know, I'm really liking the way this looks, and I think it would look really good to put maybe a pattern in the inside of my flower. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do some circles on the inside of my flower. All right, nice job, friends. And remember that you can always pause this video if you need to, because I know that sometimes it can get kind of tricky working so fast. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take my watercolors like we just talked about and my paintbrush. And remember how I talked about a paintbrush is kind of like a ballerina. We want to just gently tap it on our paper. We don't want to mush it into our paper. So just like ballet shoes, you're just going to lightly tap your paper. I'm going to start by adding some water to my paintbrush. I'm going to dip my paint into some red. And go ahead and paint each petal of your flower a different color. That makes it fun. You can do kind of like rainbow colors if you'd like, or whatever colors that you want to do is totally fine for this flower. Let's see, now I'm going to do some blue. You know, my paint is not showing up very vibrant today, but if you want more vibrant paint, go ahead and use less water if you really want your paint to show up bright. But you definitely need a little bit of water because this is watercolor. And what do you do in between colors? Make sure to rinse out your brush. Swish, swish, swish. Tap, tap, tap. And then go to the next color. Use orange. There we go. Okay, now I am not going to completely finish this. I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like when you're done. And I actually used black for my background, which is right here. So I want you to go ahead and finish painting your beautiful flower with all kinds of lines and designs and patterns, all different types of lines like curvy lines and dotted lines and zigzag lines, and make it a great day, friends. I cannot wait to see what you made today. Bye-bye.